What's up, guys? J.R. Raymond back again with BowlerX.com. A lot of people are asking, how do we use fit tape and how do we keep it on our hand? I have a hard time with it falling off my thumb or coming off my fingers. What's the trick to keeping that stuff on your fingers and thumb? Well, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. So we're going to talk a little bit about the thumb tape here. I got some Turbo Fit tape. There's a few videos floating around right now. I did another one on my personal channel, but I want to do this one on the BowlerX channel so we can talk about how, there's not a right way to do it, okay? So just because I do it this way, that doesn't mean that's the right way. And just because somebody else does it another way, that doesn't mean that's the right way. The right way is whatever works for you. If it's comfortable and it stays and it works, then that's the right way. That's it. There is no wrong way. So make sure you do it in whatever way is going to work for you, and that's it. All right, so the way I try to do it is I try to make sure that I eliminate, I don't eliminate the stretch in the tape. This tape is meant to stretch already. So a lot of people like to put it on, bend their thumb, and this is one of them that goes around. There's two different ways of doing it. You can either put it on the nail, bend your thumb all the way, and stretch the tape to its max all the way up. And then it's already flexed, and then it kind of it stops you basically from going forward. So I'll show you that technique here. We go like this. We put it on the front part of the nail here. You push it. Okay, you're gonna hold it with a finger. You're gonna bend your thumb all the way, and then you pull the tape and stretch it all the way to the back. You can see how it's white on the tape. Now we pull it back there, and you can see it's all stretched complete to the max. So here's the issue with this: is some people do like this because then it limits the amount they can bend their thumb. Because obviously you're not supposed to be bending your thumb when you're holding onto the ball. You're not supposed to squeeze it like this. But because we're picking up things and we're constantly moving outside of just our bowling shot, we're picking up other balls, we're picking up bags, we're moving from lane to lane, squeezing things and bending. Every time we bend and we take the stretch to the complete max, it starts to pull a little bit and it starts to bend up, and that's when you start to feel it come up on the backside. And people who are sweaty or have very moist hands, they have problems with it staying even more. So what I recommend doing, and I'll tell you right now, if that way works for you and it doesn't come off, don't stop doing that. Do it that way every time, okay? No big deal. But here's how I like to do it, and I never have a problem with it coming off, but then again, I don't have sweaty hands either. I like to lay the tape on the nail, just like that, okay? I'm gonna keep my thumb straight, okay? I'm gonna keep my thumb straight, and I'm just gonna let it lay there. And then I'm gonna pull it back. I'm not gonna stretch it at all. I'm just gonna press down on the tape to make it sit on top of the thumb and press it down with the adhesive. Now, this gives me room, okay, and you're gonna want to rub it a little bit because that'll engage the adhesive a little bit more, heat it up, and make it work even better. But this makes it to where now I can bend, and I don't have to worry about maximizing the stretch on it. So we're good to go there, and it shouldn't come off. And if it does, whatever, try the other way, that's fine. But this is one way. If other way is not working, try this way, see if it helps a little bit. But make sure you remember, rub it a little bit, make sure you heat up the adhesion so that way it stays onto your hand. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about taping your fingers. Taping your fingers is, you can use this tape here if you want. You can use this tape and do it. What I like to do is I like to go with the Turbo Energy tape from Turbo, and I'll cut a couple of pieces. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut right here at this line. We're gonna cut it straight up just like that. Then we're gonna take this piece and cut it directly in half, okay? Now we've got two pieces. I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna cut them and round the edges. Okay, we wanna round it off so that way it's just like a pre-cut piece of tape that we've got here. That's why I say you could use this tape if you want. So we'll round it, but I like this Turbo tape because it's a little bit thinner. But then remember, Turbo actually does make a thinner fit tape as well, so you could do that. It's just a little bit more slippery. I like this because it's got the same type of texture as this, so it's a little tackier, not tacky, but it's grittier. It's like a thicker composition. Is that a word? I don't know if that's a word or not, whatever. It's a thicker material, so it stays on, and this is actually a little bit thinner than this one. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the tape off the backing, of course, and then I'm gonna hold it just like this. I'm gonna put my finger right on the middle, because the part that I want to protect is right below the crease. Everybody always kind of cracks on right below the crease there. So we want to take that, and we're going to bend, and we're going to We're going to barely stretch, maybe, you know, just 10 or 15% stretch just to get it up over that first knuckle. Again, try not to stretch it too much. You don't want to overdo the stretch. And then we're going to take this one, and then we're going to bend it, and we're going to stretch it a little bit below that knuckle, below that crease there. Okay. Now you're going to do that with both fingers, so that way you can protect the crease here underneath. So now you have tape there. You're going to have to go up a little bit in grip size if that's what you want to do, is this. But then you always get these little knobs on the end. I like to cut those off to make it a nice, smooth, clean look and feel. Then I'm not feeling anything different. And now I have that. You're going to do that with both fingers, and you should be good to go. So you've got your thumb, and you've got your finger tape. If you have issues, you can go the opposite way. If you like to protect the side, you can go the opposite way, come around this way, protect the sides a little bit. Or you could do both. You could go front to back this way, and then you could go side to side here, and then you really got to go up in grip sizes. But this is one way. I don't ever have a problem with tape falling off. It does like to bunch up right here where I cut it, but that doesn't bother me at all. It seems to be okay. And same thing with the thumb. Never have a problem with the thumb. Bowl as many games as I want. This tape stays on for me. So it's up to you, however you want to do it. Remember, there is no wrong way to do it. But that's all I got for you today. I want to make sure to show everybody how I do things when it comes to tape. But if you have questions, go ahead and ask. Don't worry about interrupting anything. I'll definitely answer as many questions as possibly can and get to them as soon as I possibly can. So hopefully you guys, this helps a little bit. Until next time, guys, make sure to subscribe and like and comment below, and be on the lookout for Bowling Combat coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Before the end of October, we're going to get going on that. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys later. Thanks.